Hello and welcome to KamenRider Blackman. Happy International Women's Day. Yes. I have a video in mind for this holiday, or I guess basically for the month of March, because I thought there was an International Women's Month. No, it's just a single day. And like I said, I had a video for it, but space while editing for Agito made me accidentally delete it. But either way, top 10 female Power Rangers. Yes. In honor of the holiday Women's Day, I will be doing a list of the 10 honorable women in all of the colors, not just pink and yellow, but all of the colors that for all the female rangers. Anyway, just to show respect to all of the female rangers out there. And so, with that said, show appreciation to all the colors. So, with that said, I have only 2 honorable mentions. And if you hear any barking, that's just my dog Coda, who apparently needs me for something. But before getting into the actual list, let me at least say my 2 honorable mentions, and them being Delphine, the White Alien Ranger, and Kat, the SPD Cat Ranger. Kat is a good Kat is a Cat from SPD. She's that good Alpha 5 character and that great support for the Rangers and confidant for Doggy Kruger. But unfortunately, why she's an honorable mention is because she was a Ranger for like an episode, but still a fine character. And I'm at least going to show respect to the first female leader of the Power Rangers, being Delphine of the Alien Rangers, of course. And so, that is that. If I didn't explain Delphine, if you've seen Alien Rangers or haven't, then you should. They don't get a lot, except for, in my opinion, her and Sestro, which is blue. But anywho, on to the list. Starting off at number 10 is Kimberly, the original Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger, because you got to start off somewhere, and she was that first start. She was that good role model for the female fans of Power Rangers and for girls in general. To be not just like that stereotypical Valley girl, because it's something that she completely grew out of by season 2. She and she brought some good skill, and she contributed pretty well to the team, from adapting from a gymnast to being a well fighter. Not to mention, she actually has some kills on her with her power bow, which is actually really impressive, because I still remember the one episode from season 1, Foul Play in the Sky, where she fought off a whole platoon of putties and then destroyed the Monster of the Week with her power bow, as well as before then trying to land a plane down by herself. And that alone, it's freaking amazing. Not to mention, Kimberly as well has had her own focus episodes, and some are pretty good, and so not bad. Although looking back to Foul Play in the Sky right now, I'm not gonna lie, this just a thought that occurred to me. How hard could it be? How hard could it be? I guess particularly for you to land or fly a plane, since your Zord is the only one that flies. But I don't know, that's just me. And technology, whatnot, whatever. Anywho, number 9, Katie the Yellow Time Force Ranger. Honestly, out of all 5 characters from Time Force, 6, I almost forgot Eric. Out of all 6 Rangers from Time Force, I'm a big fan of Katie. I'm a fan of her. I like her suit. I like how she's the heart of the team, and she was the first to consider their actions. Like the moment where, like that episode and moment where she thought about what they were fighting for and if the future would or wouldn't be the same when they got back home. I like that. It's very understandable. Everyone else was pretty straightforward. We got to do this to bring him in and go back home. But we don't know, like, you're in the past, and stuff that you can do in the past will alter the future. And so, yeah, I like that realization and how it just hits and how it could hit so hard. And she didn't, and of course, there's nothing else for them to do except for power through. And that is damn respectable. Katie alone is also like, she is such a sweet character because she does not take anyone's crap due to the fact of her having super strength. Fantastic. Honestly, fantastic. Next, my phone keeps turning off. That's why I keep grabbing it. Number 8, Tanya Salone, the Yellow Zeo Ranger / the Yellow Turbo Ranger. Oh my god. I don't know why I'm doing my top 10 female rangers list first as opposed to top 10 yellow rangers or top 10 pink rangers. Well, they're both lists that alone that I haven't gotten to yet, but either way, at some point, trust me, they'll be out at some point. It's just like I'm doing this first before the individual colors. Like, hell, at some point I'm going to redo my top 10 Reds list. I don't know. But anywho, Tanya, like, this is what I like about a character. What I like about Katie, straight on to Tanya. She takes no one's shit and does not roll the wrong way. She was the character who needed to learn from the beginning about being a Power Ranger and basically fill in a new spot as the new girl. And for the person that did play the new girl, she knew right from wrong immediately. Not to mention from one episode where I think where her boyfriend at the time was jealous at her being better than him at catching or baseball, and she just shuts him down like, yes, like, oh my god, I don't know how do I say this, but I don't know, I'm gonna sound gay when I say this. Also, by the way, KamenRider Blackman, we're not homophobic, we're not sexist, we're not racist, we are accepting of all people. But at that moment, I wanted to say, yes, girl, just yes, that is how you do, okay? You not take crap like that. And that is just, it's so appreciated. That's what I like that's what I want in a female character. That is just sweet. It's none of that. It's just straight up awesome, sweet, appreciative, and respectable. And I can totally get behind all of that. But now, next, number 7, Kendall Morgan, the Power Ranger Purple. Looking back on this right now, I'm going to sound a little hypocritical because Kat's an honorable mention and Kendall isn't. But I don't know. Kendall, she was bound to be a ranger at some point. Like, that's, like, first, yeah, Kendall was bound to be a ranger at some point. Like, if you've seen Kyoryuger, you knew she was going to be purple. And, not gonna lie, she proved herself worthy of being a ranger completely. She is the alpha of the team. She is constantly upgrading their arsenal. And she's the alpha of the team. She's constantly upgrading their arsenal. And not only that, she became a ranger when it was necessary. She was honored with the Purple Energem when she went out to save Keeper. And not only that, she can apparently fight well with a shovel. Just throwing that out there. If you remember that one episode of Dino Charge where they got the Ankylozord and she fought back a bunch of Vivics with a shovel. So yeah, she can fight well. But once she became a ranger, she really wasn't there that often. Like even when she wasn't like creating something or doing anything, like she just wasn't there. Like, oh no, there's trouble. You guys go. Okay, are you coming with us? No, I'm just gonna be right here. Why? Go. Lives are at stake. Yeah, that was basically that. So that's one thing I do wish about in Dino Charge, that she was actually out on the field a bit more. But besides that, with everything I've said about her so far, Kendall makes the list due to not just being a ranger for one day. Anywho, so next, I really should have memorized this. Number 6, Kendricks, the first pink Galaxy Ranger. Oh my god, it's no contest. It's just no contest at all. She is on this list because she is the one female ranger to literally die for the cause. Even before then, she was the smart one, and the considerate one of the team. Like, and she was just like Kai. She's just like Kai, but more lighthearted, but still as serious. And just like Kai, she knows when it's time to be serious and break the rules. And so, and not to mention, once again, she died for the cause and not only that, with the bang too, like in order to save the previous Pink Ranger's Cassie's powers, she had to literally sacrifice her own life just so the powers can be saved. That's heavy. And if you've seen Power Rangers, or even if you know, the actress who played Kendricks, I forgot her name, Valerie something, had leukemia and needed to get treated. And so, and at the end of literally at the end of the finale, she comes back to life. How exactly is completely unexplained, but happy ending. Yeah. So anywho, let me go check on Coda for a minute, and I will be right back. And we are now in a new location because while I was bringing my dog inside, my battery died. So now I'm filming while it's charging. So last thing I remember, I left off on number 6, so top 5. And with that said, number 5, Shelby, Power Ranger Pink. Alright, all the good and all the right things with Shelby. She is the first African American Pink Ranger. She serves a purpose for the team, being knowledgeable of dinosaurs. Not to mention, she was the one with the attitude, and for crying out, this is something that not Kendricks or Kendall ever did. She created her own Zord, and it's a straight up Spinosaurus, which is awesome. That alone is just awesome. And not to mention that romance that she had with Tyler. It wasn't unnatural. It wasn't unnatural. Because those two have known each other since episode 1, and eventually, it's like once you've known for someone for like that long, like stuff like that will come up. But yeah, I'm okay with it. It's not bad. Thumbs up. Not bad. Shelby alone is still a good and fun character, and she can kick ass. Literally, since she's adapting from Kyoryuger about the whole about being the one with kicks and everything. So, yeah. Number 4, Summer from Summer, the RPM Ranger Yellow. Alright, so let's think about this. Let's think about everything from RPM right now. Because of the end of the world, in RPM, everyone has like somewhat of a personal connection, or at least something personal to them, like a traumatic experience that's happened because of the end of the world. With Summer, she changed from a spoiled brat who was apparently into dirt biking and martial arts to a Power Ranger that saves the world because the world got taken over because of the apocalypse. And so, yeah, her change, like, you never would have guessed it, but once it went to her focus episode, which is a 2-parter, like, you can really see how different she was then and how she is now with telling her parents, fuck off, I'm not going to marry anyone because I'm literally trying to save the world right now. Yeah. And so, with that experience and time from being a ranger, she grew to being pretty serious, very powerful, pretty knowledgeable too, because all of them, bar Ziggy, I guess, are pretty knowledgeable. We're pretty knowledgeable around the tech and software that Dr. K had. To a small degree, she still knew just about everything. But Summer, though, she's that good support. Not to mention her romance with Dylan. Not bad. Honestly, not bad. Just like I said, in RPM, with Dylan and Tanaya 7, it was the Andros and Corona relationship. And I guess this was Ashley and Andros. So, alright. And just to still talk about that right now, the biggest, like the episode where they got the whale Zord, this is something I still remember. When the whale Zord made it rain water, I think when they were about to kiss, like that Zord alone, total cock block move. Wow. RPM was like, let me think, like 9 or so years ago, and I still remember episodes like that from it. Anywho, almost done. Number 3, Taylor Earhart, the Yellow Wild Force Ranger, and our 3rd female leader of the Power Rangers. Yes, I had to count to think because in the first recording I messed up. But yeah, Taylor Earhart, the Soaring Eagle. I actually follow her on Instagram, her actress. And because she played a take no shit bitch, the first leader of the Power Rangers right before Red came, because this is something, okay, to get off that for a moment, why? I think Cole became the leader because, I don't know, I think because the princess said, because the lion chose him, he's the one to lead the team. Why? What the hell does that lion know? Anywho, what does that lion know about Taylor Earhart, the Soaring Eagle? She is a take no shit bitch. She was in the Air Force. And not to mention, she was the first leader of the team, the 3rd female leader of the Power Rangers, and the first Yellow Ranger to actually lead the team before Red took over. Not to mention, she was the first Ranger to actually battle the Orgs right before all 5 of them, before Lunar Wolf Ranger. And so for her being leader is what I'm all there for and will completely expect. I think she's the oldest among them. She's the oldest among them. She was fighting the longest, like a whole year fighting the orcs before the rest of the Rangers came. So yeah, considering the fact that she around that time, a whole year, having some knowledge on fighting the orcs and just letting some rookie come in and to be the leader, yeah, if I was her, even I would say, no. Just let's start that right there. Just no. But so yeah, that whole and just once she yeah, even once she stopped being a ranger, she's still doing her service for the planet, or at least now for the country as returning to the Air Force, because that's what she did at the end of the show. So salute. So next, number 2, Udana, the White Mystic Ranger. Now, here's what we have now. Udana, she was. I think I very vividly remember this. I think while I was making this list, I think Udana was a last addition, actually, to the list, but with understandable reason as to why. Like, unlike her Magi Ranger counterpart, she was there for the entire show, being the mentor. And even when she didn't have her powers, she still helped with what she had, and was of course their magic teacher before, until Solaris Night came, and she was the one with that personal connection to everyone, like to Liambo, to Daggeron, the Solaris Knight, and yeah, pretty much. We're technically with her connection to Liambo is technically her connection to one of the villains, since Liambo's Korag, and she used whatever magic she had left in her to really go out and save him. And so she was the one, but with both of them not there, she was the one who was there during that time of the war. She is that. I feel like there's a word for it, but I cannot think of it. But my point is, you get what I mean. She's a ranger who did what she could with what she had, whether she was a ranger or not, to just save anyone, and eventually became a ranger again, into which revealed a bunch more stuff, blah, blah, blah. That's all Mystic Force. Both her character alone, spot on. And at the moment, too, one of the better female mentors of Power Rangers. And of course, just to mention this right now, of course, if you know or not, her actress, Peter Rutter, is deceased. And let me give me a moment to look up, because Peter Rutter, New Zealand actress, here, Peter Rutter, New Zealand actress, and of course, she's been deceased since 2010. And so, with that said, 2010, July 15th. So this summer would be the 10th anniversary of her death. Then with that said, moment of silence for her. Alright, fine moment of silence. Now, what we've been waiting for, and hopefully I can get done because I have stuff to do. Now, back to the list. Oh, that's simple. Number 1, Jen Scott's the Pink Time Force Ranger. A female. She is the leader of her team. She is the one with the connection to the main villain of the show, because she lost her fiance and watched him die right in front of her. In episode 1, And since then, yeah. And since then, it's just having that vendetta against Ranzik, and that's since then, it's just been having that vendetta against Ranzik, and having to deal with the fact and work with her her fiance's ancestor, who literally looks just like him, and just things spiraling and whatnot, and just Time Force does a good thing with tone, and the show does work on so much. The show works well on the prejudice tone because, because in Jen's case, it's not so much. But in Jen's case, it's not so much president. It's not so much prejudice. It's just one big, like, vendetta against this man who murdered someone extremely important to her and encouraged her to get farther as a Time Force officer. So, just, yeah. Not to mention the moment, not to mention that moment of, I don't remember the entire scenes, but I remember this line, but I promise you. Like, that moment on, she was all for it, like, prepared to bring him in. God, there's just so many good moments with Jen that I cannot even describe. But besides the good stuff with Jen, she's also one with flaws, almost about to kill someone just because of something Rantic did, and which was acknowledged, and that's all freaking respectable. Jen, oh my god. Not to mention, her actress, Erica Cahill, like, she brought it all up to the forefront with this character, and I freaking love her so much. And with that said, 9:55, that is the list for the top 10 female Rangers in Power Rangers. I have a lot more lists coming up. To appreciate the female characters in Tokusatsu. So stick around for that. And I definitely have to keep that in mind too. Top 10 Pink Rangers and top 10 Yellow Rangers. Since this whole list was just a spoiler. But I had to do something for this holiday. Not to mention, that subscriber goal and challenge is still up. For if I get up to, say, 50 subscribers, my next review will be Chojin Sentai Jetman. So, if you're curious about Jetman and would like to see the show, help me get 50 subscribers, and that will be next. And with that said, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, tell your friends about KamenRider Blackman, share this video if you would like, and I will see you guys next time. 50 subscribers.